Dear students, you are warmly welcome to Asset Kupwara in the 9th biology class, and today we will take up a new chapter with the name Food Production and Management. Let me remind you about your syllabus, what we have learned till now and what we will learn in future. First chapter in your bio was cell. We have completed it. The next was tissues. We have completed it, both animal and plant tissues. Diversity of life forms in plants, in animals. We have completed it. Why do we fall ill? We completed it yesterday. And now remains these two chapters are environment and food production and management. This we will take first food production and management, and at last we will take our environment, and with that our syllabus will be inshallah completed. And now coming to the topic food production and management. This is the first lecture of this topic, and it will be the introductory idea. It will be the elementary idea about what food production is, what management is. Food production means we need food to eat, to live, we need food. So how this food is produced? We get most of the food from plant sources and animal sources. For example, we need fats, carbohydrates, we need proteins, we need vitamins, we need minerals. All these components of food, these ones come from plants mainly, and fats, proteins, the vitamins, they also come from these animals. So all these components of food we need in our diet. Now, where from this food comes? It comes from either plant sources or animal sources. We will discuss both the sources. We will discuss plant sources as well as we will discuss the animal sources. Here is the animal source of food, and like a poultry farming we will learn in this chapter. We will learn cattle farming. This poultry farming will include chickens and these eggs, cattle farming, beef keeping, fisheries, and all that. Now, what crop production means? Crop production means when we grow crops on large scale and we will harvest them in the harvesting season, and we will store them for the further use, for the future use. That's called as crop production. Now remains management. How we will manage these crops, how crop production is managed, how we will store the crops in a better way, in a scientific way, so that the moisture, temperature, fungi, bacteria will not infect our crops. That's called as management. How we'll manage that. And now remains, here are certain terms you need to keep all these terms in mind, then only we can resume the other parts of this lecture. For example, here is manure, here are fertilizers. You all know that we grow crops in the soil. Soil is a rich nutrient pool for these plants to grow. For example, nutrients like zinc, calcium, there is phosphorus, there is potassium, there is chlorine, there is manganese, there is magnesium, there are so many other nutrients which a plant needs for growth. But it is not always possible that if we grow a plant here in this region, it's not possible that all these nutrients would be present in this area. So we sometimes, what we need manures, we need fertilizers. What manures are we for enriching the soil? We need manures and fertilizers. We can use manure on large scale, but we cannot use fertilizers on large scale. Why? Because fertilizers contain chemicals that can lead to this soil infertility at last, and soil depletion also. But they are not safe on for a long time. They are safe for short times. Manures can be used for long times. What manures are, how manures are prepared actually. You all know that we throw the overlapped food in our homes. Whatever is there overlapped, we throw it outside, and vegetable peels, fruits, overlapped fruits, and etc. We can make a heap of these substances, biodegradable substances. We can make a heap of them, and then after some time, after bacterial action, after the decomposition, that will form. What this will form the manure, and this can be used in the crop fields. So it is organic. It is not it's not dangerous for the soil. So this was the introductory idea about these terms. Then storage grain losses. Sometimes what happens when there is not a proper management, some bacteria act on the stored food grains which are kept for the future use. Some bacterial action occurs on that. Some fungi, some rodents, for example rats, mice, insects, etc. They attack our food grains. How we will compensate these losses, how we will protect our food grains, this all we will read in this chapter. Seed quality should be good for good crop production. Irrigation should be proper for good crop production. Crop protection from we should protect, how we will protect our crops from weeds, pests. For example, we can use and the pesticides, we can use weedicides, etc. Crop rotation is must, because when we grow a certain crop at a certain place of in the soil, it needs some specific nutrients. When we will rotate this crop, after harvesting this crop, we will sow and a different type of seed here, and that seed will require different type of this nutrient, and this will increase the fertility of soil. Genetic manipulation, this is a vast topic. This will I will discuss, where we get desired genes of our choice from one plant to and introduce them in the another plant of our choice. And nutrients I discussed. Then these are the animal products, animal food products. We will discuss them also. So this was the first lecture. Hope you have understood this introductory idea. Now in the next lecture, inshallah, we will take up these all these terms in detail. Have a good time.